Yesterday I got to Portland and immediately I was overwhelmed. I've been in big cities before, and I live in a big city. I go to LA all the time and all of that. And being on the coast for several days and just being like around just hardly anybody, you know, getting to Portland where it's just crowded, there's freeways, there's traffic, all of that, it's just kind of overwhelming at first. And then, you know, of course, Portland in the last several weeks, a couple months actually, you know, it's been in the news with, you know, protests and all that kind of stuff, political turmoil. I'm not going to get into the politics of everything, but, you know, just seeing all the signs everywhere, you know, on the coast, it's all very conservative, so you get that sort of flavor. You get into Portland, it's, you know, the opposite spectrum. So you get these opposing sides, and, you know, just pulling in to either side, and just I'm not really there for the politics or to explore politics, but, you know, it's hard to not think about it. And, you know, it's interesting being out, you know, alone for a little bit. You come to get some peace, because in a lot of ways I just want to get away from it. You know, just you need a break sometimes, and to start to collect thoughts that are the voice that's your own, because, you know, you get so many voices over here, so many voices over here, you know, telling you what to think, and how to interpret everything. You know, you can go crazy. So taking time to like come out and just admire the view and think about what's important to you. It was funny because last night, so I get to Portland, I'm just feeling overwhelmed. Didn't really feel like shooting. It's like, I don't even know where to start. It's a big area. And I love doing urban photography. I love all of that. But it can easily feel overwhelming when you don't really have like a focal point to start. So it was dinner time, so I was like, well, I can start by going to dinner. Had some really good tacos at a place called 𝗚𝗂𝗀𝗄𝗃 Tacos. I was referred there. Really good. Two thumbs up. So after that, I just started exploring, looking for places that, you know, a couple days ago I was in Aberdeen, you know, exploring Nirvana places. And Nirvana played a couple shows in Portland, so I went just looking for places like that. And, you know, of course, the same theme, it's not there anymore. It's a coffee shop. The place where they played, it's now a coffee shop. So go figure. So then I was curious about like the protests, if it's still going on. So I went downtown to check it out, and the place was pretty much empty. But there was this booth set up that apparently has been there for 2 months in different locations, and they're just feeding people who are out there. They make ribs, very good ribs. And I got to talk to the guy who's running it, and he was pretty cool, just giving his insights to everything. So all that to say, you know, places can feel overwhelming, and there's so many voices telling us, you know, what's going on and how to think about what's going on. For me as a value, it's important to slow down, you know, collect your own thoughts, find a place to sort of begin, and then sort of find a place to begin to listen, like what's going on, because it's a foreign place to me. I've never really been to Portland except for once, you know, just passing through. But to take the time to be there, it's a big place. And, you know, anyway, so I just wanted to say it's important, how important it is to slow down, you know, start there. Anyway, I don't know what I'm rambling on, but this is my send off from Oregon. I'm going back to the airport in a couple hours. I'm gonna go get breakfast. I was hoping for an epic sunrise, but, you know, it's too cloudy. So there was glimpses of light at the bottom, but they never really shine through. So such is life, but I still like the view. Well, as I was driving back, I passed this place called 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗃, and I was going to just stop and take a look because you can see it basically from the parking lot. But the parking lot's closed off, and there's already people just like blocking the way doing selfies. And I don't want to be a pretentious photographer, but it's off-putting to me, so I just kept going. I've seen a waterfall before. I was like, I've seen waterfall. I'm like, I've seen waterfalls before. And so I just kept going, and I found this other waterfall just driving past called 𝗚𝗏𝗆𝗀𝗃. And the parking lot was empty, it was open, nobody around, no selfies, that kind of thing. So here I am. I've never seen a waterfall before, so I got to see it. So I'm just setting up for a quick photograph. I'm actually at a low angle. I'm using rocks that are in the water, in the pool, to try to create leading lines. It's a little difficult because they're sparse, but I'm using them to help. And I'm doing a slightly longer shutter speed. I don't want to do it too long, so I don't want to make it misty and romantic. Then I'm going to do a second shot where at the telephoto, zoom in on these droplets that are coming down next to the actual fall. So here's the first shot. So I switched lenses and came around the other side to fully face the waterfall. And I could photograph the whole waterfall, but I'm more interested in the details, because there's like, when you zoom in, you see different patterns and designs, so I'm trying to hone in on those. And I'm actually shooting at a fast shutter speed, like 1,000 or 500 out of a second. I really want to freeze that water and the action. I'm also trying some longer exposures, but I seem more drawn to the frozen water. Going to play around for a little bit, and I'm going to head to the airport. So as always, if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. I'll see you next time. Bye.